What's the best ISO for shooting weddings? Welcome back to day number 13 of 100 Days to Mastering Wedding Photography. Your ISO or ISO is the last of the 3 settings in your exposure triangle. It determines how sensitive your camera is to light. So the higher you turn up your ISO, the more light goes into the sensor, and the lower the ISO, the less light gets into your sensor and the darker your overall image will be. Think of it like volume, but for your camera sensor. Your standard ISO ranges from 50 all the way up to 51,200, and some cameras can even go far beyond that, but don't do that. Now, many people are scared to turn up their ISO because the more sensitive the sensor, the more grain or noise gets introduced into your final image. Now, with the advancement of technology, we don't experience that same level of image breakdown with high ISOs, plus a little bit of grain in your images is not the end of the world. With my last camera, the Canon 1DX Mark II, I frequently shot that camera at 6400 ISO, and it didn't hurt my images at all, and I have the awards to prove it. The bottom line is, ISO is nothing to be scared of. As long as you have the proper amount of light relative to the heights in which you're trying to push your ISO, you'll be completely fine. Meaning if you're in a completely dark room and you try to crank your ISO up to 1200, then of course it's gonna break down and it's gonna look like crap. But if you have a fair amount of light to aid your sensor in being able to pull out those details, you'll be completely fine. But with that in mind, the golden rule is to have the lowest ISO possible to have the best image quality as possible.